You're listening to Potty Mouth Radio, the home of movies, music, television, and comedy. We watch a thing. We watch a thing. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to We Watched a Thing with Billy and Dave. How are you, mate?
I am good, although you tell a lie. We have not yet watched any of the things.
That's true. We have not done what it says on the tin. We have not watched a thing this week, nor shall we next week, because, of course, we're in the thick of January, and what we're keen to talk about today is what we're keen to watch during the year. So we are doing our top 10 most anticipated films of 2025. How did you go about making this list, Dave? Because I'll tell you, for me, it was tough. I don't watch trailers. I don't keep up with movie news. This list started yesterday when you sent me the IMDb list of upcoming films, and I had to scroll through and went, oh, wow, that's coming out this year.
I did a lot of that, I've got to say. I started out with like the 3 or 4 things which are top of mind. They're, coming out in the next 4 or 5 months or whatever.
Yeah.
And I had a couple that I knew were supposed to come out.
Yeah.
Beyond that, I once I started going through what was ended up being a quite extensive fucking list of shit. And I didn't even look at the stuff that's, maybe 2024. I was only looking at things that actually have a date. And even then, I've got like 30 or something things on the short list that and that's just the things that I want to see. There's a lot of shit that's coming out that I didn't even include. So, a lot of stuff.
That's right. I mean, I initially was like, oh, surely the new Scream film is going to make my list. I didn't see it on any of the lists you sent saying 2025, so I'm like, maybe it's not coming out.
When they fucking shafted poor old, what's her name?
Neve Campbell, who's now coming back. Oh, you're talking about, for the Palestine stuff. Yeah.
The lovely lass from Abigail that we like so much.
Yes.
And then Jenna Ortega jumped ship, and I'm assuming... Gilpin and whatever, they left in solidarity as well, and suddenly they were like, holy shit, we don't have a film anymore. Nev, remember us? And I think Kevin Williamson's been, I don't know how much.
I believe the last I heard, he's writing it, which is why it had gone straight to the top of my most anticipated. But apparently not coming out this year. So
I think they literally backed up the money truck to all the OGs and said, "Come save us, because we've really screwed the pooch on this franchise with our stupid, horrible decision."
So let's talk about what is coming out this year. I'm really curious to see if we have any crossover. I'm, to be honest, expecting that maybe we don't. Like I said, I literally just had a scan through, and I'm like, I'm kind of keen to see that.
I'm hoping I'm going to say some shit that you're going to go, oh my god, that should be on my list then.
Probably, because I really did very little research for this. So why don't I kick it off with my number 10, which is coming out very soon. Again, see, this is the thing, because I don't watch trailers or anything. Some of the stuff that's later on my list, like higher, it's because... oh, wow, I'm really curious to see what happens there.
Yeah.
The stuff that's lower down is because it's coming out much sooner, and I have seen trailers or posters or anything, and it's not necessarily that I think it's going to be good, but I'm really excited for Flight Risk. That's my number 10. It's directed by Mel Gibson. We've got Mark Wahlberg.
A Mel Gibson movie.
Yeah.
It looks like it should be some straight-to-video director.
Well, have you seen a trailer?
Oh, I'm super keen.
I haven't seen any trailers yet. I've seen the poster. It's coming out next week or something.
Yeah, I got a trailer force-fed in a cinema. And do you remember I got it confused with Carry On?
Yes.
When we were talking about that, because they were both plane movies, and I'd seen this trailer for a plane movie.
I'm so curious, because Mel Gibson, say what you will about him, he's a fantastic director. He's an excellent director.
But the fact that the director of Apocalypto is the guy making this, it looks like a Rennie Harlan film.
Yes, which I like Rennie Harlan films.
Well, that's a terrible thing to say, and I think I might bleep that out to save your reputation.
So I'm actually really excited for this.
And the cast is great.
Yeah, peek behind the curtains. We're actually recording several episodes ahead this week because I'm having nose surgery later this week, getting a deviated septum fixed. I'm really hoping that the recovery is quick. I'm really hoping the recovery is quick so I can go see this opening day because I'm keen as.
Sorry.
All right.
Yeah, I'm very... And the idea of... oh fuck. Now I can't
Wahlberg.
remember. It's Marky Mark
Yeah.
playing a full-on bad guy with a, he's ugly from memory.
Oh, he's the bad guy, is he?
Oh, it's in the trailer. It's not a spoiler. Yeah. He's the pilot who the trailer lays it all out. He's the pilot who they think is a pilot, and he ends up being the guy who's trying to kill them, and they're stuck in this tiny little plane going over the mountains.
I assumed he was the
He's got a
hero.
hilarious southern accent and real hillbilly persona. It does look good.
Y'all need a pilot?
Nice. All right, your number 10, my friend.
My number 10 was supposed to come out midway through 2024 from memory. And for some reason didn't. I don't know if it was something to do with strikes or whatever. But it's The Life of Chuck, which is a Mike Flanagan, yet another Mike Flanagan Stephen King adaptation, but not a horror this time. It's I haven't read it, but it appears to be kind of like a Benjamin Button-y story about this guy who I assume is named Chuck. And from memory, he's played by Tom Hiddleston. But it tells his... Oh, fuck off. It tells the story in reverse. So you start with his death, and then the film goes through his life in reverse.
Who's directing it?
Mike Flanagan.
Yeah, okay.
Hill House, Dr. Sleep.
Yeah, I mean, he's an excellent director, yeah.
Great director. One of the, let's face it, two people who can actually do good shit with Stephen King, along with Frank Darabont.
Yeah.
At least until another film that's going to be in my list. So I've been looking forward to this for ages because I have not loved anything Flanagan has done, even since his early low budget shit like Absentia. I love everything. I love his style. I think he's got a really good knack for capturing the stuff that makes Stephen King's writing so good. Yeah. Which, as we've said, almost no one else can do, including Stephen King when he tries to direct Stephen King's work. So yeah, it's the story itself doesn't wow me. I wasn't a huge fan of Benjamin Button. I think it's one of his weakest films as well. But the fact that it's Flanagan and the fact that it's Stephen King, it's on the list just for that alone.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. I haven't even heard of that. My number really, 9,
not a lot of fanfare and delayed quite a bit, which is really weird. I would have thought Stephen King, Mike Flanagan.
Yeah,
Loki.
All right, my number 9 is another film that's coming out very, very soon. I think it's either next week or the week after, and it's a Blumhouse film. It's Wolfman. Again, it's Wolfman is Wolfman.
Oh, okay. So a decent. It's Lee Winnell. Don't just say it's a Blumhouse.
Exactly,
film.
Lee Winnell. Yeah.
Fantasy Island.
I mean, I love Lee Winnell's work. I loved The Invisible Man. I'm assuming that this is his next in his kind of Universal monster movie type thing. Yeah. We've got, I forget her name, but the chick who plays Ruth in Ozark, who is just fantastic.
Yeah, Julia.
Yes,
she's a chef. Julia Garner.
Yes, Julia Garner. That's correct. It's the only other film. Well, in fact, it's the only film on my list that I've seen a trailer for. I got a trailer for it last week when I went to see Nosferatu.
Yes, same thing.
Yeah. So I am keen as for this.
Like he did with Invisible Man, he's not just telling the story from the classic thing. He's taking the character and the idea, but this looks like a much more of an intimate family thing. Like father, daughter, etc. Yada yada yada. Trailer looked great. I'm so
keen. This is another one that I'm really hoping I can actually catch in the next week or two.
I'll say it again in case people missed it last time round. I think Lee Winnell is a better director than James Wan. And I know traditionally he's the writer, James Wan's the director, but I think Invisible Man, what did he do? Upgrade? Was that the one with Logan Marshall?
Yeah.
The trailer for this, there's what was the other? He did something else. James Wan, on the other hand, quite a few of the franchises that he's helmed have had some shit entries. Mm-hmm. Malignant was fun, and it was I guess it was well directed, but it certainly wasn't a great film. I think Lee Winnell is showing a lot more. Oh, Saw. Lee Winnell.
Yeah.
Directed Saw, or James Wan directed.
James Wan directed Saw.
Yeah. Okay, that erodes my argument a bit. Forget I said that. No, I think Lee Winnell is kind of undersung as a director. He's shown a lot more variation in the few things he's done than James Wan has.
Yeah.
And he's obviously a great writer. So yeah, no, this is an honourable mention for me. I'm very keen.
Nice. All right, your number 8.
Uh,
Oh, sorry, your number 9.
9. It doesn't help because I've got I just realised I've got 2 number 9s and no number 1.
Oh
So
shit!
fucking all right. I'm going to do this. All right. So this is number 9. Definitely the biggest budget thing on my list. And based on the first in this series, it wouldn't make my list. But I was so impressed by the second film in this series that I am now really looking forward to Avatar: Fire and Ash.
It's also in my list, but much higher. Like way higher than you'd expect. Because I was the same.
I did a lot more research, so I've got a lot more quality in my list.
Yeah, I didn't. Well, see, a lot of mine is curiosity for why this is so high. Because I'm curious to see where Cameron goes next. Because I agree, I loved Way of Water way more than I expected to. Yeah. And I'm so curious to see, because he's been so dead set. Like, Avatar happened bloody 15 years ago now. 16 years ago.
We're going to get them a lot quicker now because he was waiting, I think, for technology.
Yes, and that's the thing. He was so dead set on wanting 5 bloody films. So I'm so curious to see where he goes next and what he's been cooking.
Do you know the biggest question mark? Because he's obviously going through the elements. We've had earth, we've had water, we've had fire, air. Or unless the air was the first one because they were in the floating thing.
Yeah.
So maybe earth is still to come. You know what 5 has to be?
No.
By their powers combined.
So we get heart.
I'll form the heart. Jake Sully ascends and becomes Captain Pandora.
Let our powers combine. Earth, fire, wind, water, heart. By your powers combined, I am Captain Planet.
So this is on my list as well, as I said, much higher, because it's interesting. We've seen nothing from it. I know very little about it other than the title.
A trailer that looked real.
You got a trailer, like a teaser.
No, it's a fucking AI generated thing. The minute it started, I knew it was. But it was presented and it was delivered to me as a recommended thing in YouTube. So it's convinced enough people, and it was not shit enough that I thought, maybe it's an early cut, until I got about 20 seconds in and then went, nah, this looks too shit.
Yeah.
But that, I got so excited and then so deflated. But that's the, now we don't even, it's not even people using fucking bad themselves.
I know.
Now they can AI to make
I remember like 20 years ago when YouTube was first starting, this viral video that was a trailer for Titanic 2, Jack's Back. And it was of course it was recut footage from other films and stuff.
I used to get a lot of that, but this was the first completely AI generated trailer I'd seen, and it was not like a lot of people were commenting going, I can't wait for this, and I like the bit where this happened. It looks like this. It's like, okay, wow.
All right, my number 8, I'm expecting that may also be a crossover, and it may also be higher on your list. It is the only superhero film on my list, and it is James Gunn's Superman.
Honorable mention.
Okay, I haven't seen a trailer. I don't watch trailers. I haven't seen one. But again, this gets here because of curiosity. Because for me, I much preferred James Gunn before he was a known household name. I like all of his really deep in. Well, not just Slither, but Super is fantastic.
Oh God, I find that I could never rewatch. I found that so uncomfortable to watch.
It is uncomfortable. He was an uncomfortable filmmaker. I really liked that. I loved the first Guardians. I thought the second was really shit. I thought the third was okay. I didn't love the Suicide Squad as much as anybody else, but I'm really curious to see. I'm really curious to see what he does here. So. This is the only reason it makes my list. Have you seen the trailer? Does the trailer look good?
I've seen it twice. The first time I was not wowed at all. The second time, because I kind of knew what was there and looked at it a little bit more, I was able to pick out things that I really like about it. From memory, Dora, what's her name? Isabella Merced's playing.
Oh, right.
Girl. Fucking
Okay.
love that. I love her. I love Dora, and I've
I
loved
know
her.
how
in
you do.
everything. You know how I do. That is so wrong. I'm not talking about Dora there. I'm talking about her. Nicholas Hoult as
Oh,
Luther.
you're kidding. Nicholas Hoult is Luther?
Oh,
I
you really know nothing.
I didn't know that, but I fucking love Nicholas Hoult.
Yep.
I love
Shaved
that.
head
I mean,
Luther
look,
too. He looks great.
I wish it was Michael Rosenbaum. He is the best Luther that we've ever had, and I know he's friends with James Gunn, so I really wish that had
Too
been the
old.
direction they've gone.
He's
But
too busy.
oh man, I'm on board with Nicholas Hoult. Maybe that, honestly, just from you talking about it, that's moved higher up from my number 8. But let's hear your number 8, mate.
All right, let me shuffle what is 8 now. All right, I'm not happy with the order of these now that I've had to find a new number 1. All right, my number 8, speaking of Universal Monsters, is Frankenstein.
Again,
directed
much
by-
higher on my list. I know
Yeah,
nothing
Del
about
Toro.
it other than
As
Del
I'm looking
Toro
at it,
and
it probably should
Frankenstein.
be. And fucking Dame Mia Goth. What am I thinking? Why is this my number fucking 8?
Yeah.
Oh Christ!
I'm hoping that he goes really
I want him to do
by
what
the
Eggers
book.
didn't, and
Yeah.
give us real old school
Yeah,
Universal
that's what I'm hoping.
German expressionist Gothic.
I'm really curious to
we
see
know
where
his
he goes
favourite
story
book of all
wise
time is
too.
Night of the Hunter, so I want that fairy tale black and white
Yep.
with Mia Goth.
I'm really curious to see where he goes story wise as well. Whether he goes more kind of Universal Monster Frankenstein or whether this is an adaptation of Frankenstein the novel.
He is such a lover of film history and
That's what
horror
I'm.
history in
Yeah.
particular. I'm expecting it to be the traditional Mary Shelley fairy tale.
Because to be honest, the only adaptation we've had of Frankenstein like that is fuck, why am I blanking on his name? 94. 94 Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Who directed that?
Branagh.
Yes, Kenneth Branagh.
That was
That's-
the De Niro one, wasn't it?
Yes, but that's
Yeah.
the only faithful adaptation of the novel
Yeah.
we've actually had. I'm
But
really
it's-
curious
but
to see.
It's not the best film, though.
It's not the best film, but it is the most faithful.
Frank Wales' film
Yes.
is still the best.
And that's why I'm curious to see where Del Toro goes with this. So it's much higher on my list, yeah.
Have you? I mean, I don't want to say anything about it in case it's also on your list. There's another film, kind of around the Frankenstein story. Do you have that on your 10?
No. I
Okay.
don't even know what you're talking about. I didn't know this was happening
Maggie
either until I...
Gyllenhaal has a musical called The Bride
Right.
coming out this year.
A
that
musical.
She's directing.
Maggie Gyllenhaal, did you say?
Yep, directing. Christian Bale is the monster. It's a musical. Let me just reiterate that. It's
Like
a
an original musical? This isn't a Broadway thing? This is...
I have no idea.
Okay.
I've never heard of it, so I assume it's an original musical. I don't know.
Right.
But yeah, Christian Bale. It's wild. I don't know. It almost sounds like a joke, if I'm perfectly honest. Jake Gyllenhaal is Frankenstein, like the
The
scientist.
monster. Oh, no. Okay,
No,
Victor
no.
Frankenstein.
Christian, Christian Bale is Frankenstein's monster. Jake
Yep.
Gyllenhaal is, I think, Dr. Frankenstein.
Yep.
Jesse Buckley's in it, I think, as the bride. Yeah, and written and directed by Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Okay.
I'm assuming she's kind of created this thing as a passion project, got her brother on board, and by virtue of that, we've got Christian Bale and Jesse Buckley. And
If I'd known about that, that would be high on this list. I didn't even know that I didn't even know Del Toro was doing Frankenstein until I watched our good friend Gerald from Two Peas on a Pod video on Most Anticipated. And that was the first I'd heard of it.
Oh,
So-
sorry, I shortchanged the cast on this. So yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal, Christian Bale, Jesse Buckley, Peter Sarsgaard, Penelope Cruz,
Holy
Julianne
shit.
Hough, Annette Bening.
Holy shit! I love Annette Bening.
Oh my god!
Okay. If I'd known about that, that'd be way higher. But all right.
Yeah, The Bride. Who knew?
Okay, so that was your number 8. So over to me for my number
Frankenstein
7.
Number 8. Yes.
Now look, I deserve to be mocked for this choice.
Oh, good.
And this is a film that it's had way too many films in a franchise. The franchise should never have happened. The original film is fantastic. The franchise is terrible. And yet, no matter how often they make these films, I will
coming out
keep.
this year.
according to the interwebs, if you're thinking of the right one, because no matter how many pieces of shit they plop on us, I will never not see
Is
a
it a
Jurassic
reunion?
Park film.
Oh, okay.
And it is Jurassic World Rebirth, which I'm sure is going to be terrible, and I will be first in line to see it anyway, because I love Jurassic Park so much, and I even liked the
ScarJo.
first Jurassic World movie. So, did you just say ScarJo's in it?
She's the lead.
This should be higher up my list, because not only do I really like Scarlett Johansson, I trust her. I trust her picks. Ever since she was in Ghost World years and years ago, I trust that she is in good quality
We trusted
movies.
Dora Birch, and look what happened there.
So yeah, Jurassic World Rebirth is my number 7.
Yes,
so
who is it? ScarJo and...
hopefully there's no Chris Pratt, right? Like we're done with
I
that
think
part.
This is totally new. It's a David Kep script. He's right. About half the things on our lists are bloody David Kep scripts this year. Jonathan Bailey and
Okay, Fierro
Ed-
himself.
Ed Skrein, the bad guy from the first Deadpool.
Yeah, okay.
He's
All
other
right.
stuff. He's good. He's good.
Yeah.
And it's directed by Gareth Edwards, and we love Gareth Edwards.
Exactly. So I'm really hoping this is good. So that's my number 7. So over to you for
Yeah.
yours.
Oh, fair call. That means I'm looking for something with a 7 next to it, which I don't have. I'm going to make this 7, and I'm going to say Now You See Me 3.
Ah, honorable mention for me.
Oh, good. I thought you were going
Yeah.
to flag me off.
Oh, hell no. I love Now You See Me.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can you
everyone's
tell
back.
me?
We've even got
Oh,
Isla
everyone's
Fisher.
back. Excellent.
no,
That's what I was just going to
sorry.
ask.
No. Oh, God, I got your hopes up so high. There's no Lizzie Kaplan.
Are you fucking kidding me? Because she's the best one. She was literally the one I was going to ask about first. I
No,
love
Isla
Lizzie
Fisher-
Kaplan,
Isla Fisher's back. So Henley's back.
but there's no
um,
Lizzie Kaplan.
Not in the cast list. Maybe she's going to be in it as well.
Lizzie Kaplan is one of the most underrated humans on the planet. She is fucking stunning. She is fucking hilarious. She's a queen. I am so disappointed that she's not going to be in it. Do you not like Lizzie Kaplan? Why are you
I
laughing
like
right
her
now?
fine. I don't like her as much as you, which I think is an
Oh.
unhealthy amount of like.
She's the perfect woman. Have you watched Masters of Sex? You see her nude a lot,
No,
and
you
let me
keep
tell you,
bringing
it's a
that
good
up.
time.
Keep bringing it up, and the way you talk about it makes me uncomfortable, and so I don't want to watch it.
I love her so much. Honestly, rewatch Mean Girls. She is perfection. Did you
She's
ever?
very- I like her.
Did you ever see Party Down, the TV series?
what's that?
Oh man, you watch Party Down. I'm not going to tell you anything about it. Watch Party
I
Down.
think maybe you mentioned it last time. I jokingly made aspersions at her wonderfulness. But no, I will tell you the new additions, because like everyone's back apart from her. Isla Fisher's there in her stead,
Yeah,
but we've
perfect.
got Dominic Sessa, who we like, holdovers, who's now getting some jobs as we knew he would. Justice Smith, who, despite the fact he
Oh,
was
okay.
Pikachu, is
Jurassic World.
is decent. Radcliffe is back. Michael Caine appears not to be, but Radcliffe is back. Rosamund Pike
Love Rosamund Pike.
and Ariana Greenblatt, who
Okay.
I'm not going
Yeah.
to say I'm in love with because I think she's probably under 18, but I think she's fucking great. So yeah, I'm very excited for this.
Yeah,
It's
nice.
not Louis Leterrier, who I think did the first two, didn't he?
I'm not sure.
It's Ruben Fleischer, who did Zombieland and the first Venom, and I mean, I think he's done some shit stuff as well. I think he direct fucking Uncharted. Oh god, maybe
I didn't
he
hate
directed
Uncharted.
Uncharted was fucking toilet water. But he came out of Spaced Out and stuff. You know, he worked on Santa Clarita Diet. So as far as I'm concerned, that's a past life. So I'm very excited for I love both of the first two. I don't think it went
Same.
off a cliff in the second. So yeah, very keen.
Nice. All right, my number 6 may be the film that you thought I was talking about last time. Did you think I was talking about a reboot?
When?
Oh, never mind. You've forgotten. You've clearly had too much beer.
I haven't had any beer. I've had one small scotch.
My number 6 is purely here from title alone. I know nothing about it. I don't know who's in the cast. I don't know if it's a reboot.
Oh no!
or...
I was thinking about something with the word reunion in the title.
Oh,
That is a
okay.
franchise I know you love. So
Right.
that's what I-
No, as far as I know, this doesn't have reunion in the title, but it is I Know What You Did Last Summer.
oh yeah,
Which I'm assuming this is a reboot. I'm assuming we're not getting Jennifer Love Hewitt back. I mean, that would be
Oh.
fantastic.
look, I upset you with the Lizzie Kaplan. Let me make you feel all better now, because headlining the cast of I Know What You Did Last Summer
Oh, really?
2025 is Jennifer Love Huge Tits.
Oh my God. Are we getting Freddie Prinze Jr.? Is Freddie Prinze Jr. in it?
Fifth in the casting is Freddie Prinze Jr. as Red
Holy
Ronson.
shit. This should be higher up my list. I thought this was
No
like,
surprise to anyone, there's no Sarah Michelle Gellar or Ryan Philippe.
well, sadly, yeah. Oh my God.
We do have Billy Campbell, the Rocketeer, though.
Yeah.
I love him.
This should be higher up my list then. I am so excited for this. I Know What You Did Last Summer. I know that it's trash, especially compared to like Scream. This is not the best slasher of the 90s, but it's a hell of a lot of fun, and I cannot wait to fucking see it come back. So that's my number 6.
It's from the writer of Thor Love and Thunder.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm still going to see it.
It's going to be trash, but you will give it
Yeah.
10 out of 10, I know.
All right. You're number 6, mate.
Number 6, which is the one that's probably got a 7 on it. Very excited for this. Speaking of reboots, remakes, I don't know. One of the most fun Arnie films of the
Oh, right. Yeah.
was a sci-fi based on
I didn't know
a
this
Stephen
was
King
this year.
story. I didn't
Yeah.
realize this is not even the Stephen King adaptation I was talking about before. I have Stephen King all over the fucking place in this list. I mean, of course, talking about The Running Man.
Yeah. I heard about this. Edgar Wright. I didn't realize that
Edgar
was this
Wright.
year.
Oh, yeah.
Who's playing the Arnie role again? That's also
Gosling.
Gosling. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Look, no, not Gosling. Glenn Powell. It's even better than Gosling. It's like
Okay,
Gosling.
that brings it
2.0.
down a peg. I'm not a huge Glenn Powell fan. That said,
It's the cast is stacked. You've got Lee Pace in there, Josh Brolin, Coleman Domingo, William H. Macy, Michael Cera, Emilia Jones, sadly robbed of an Oscar for Coda, Sean Hayes from Will and Grace.
yeah. Sean Hayes is huge, man.
Oh, Jeff,
If I had known that this was 2025, it probably would have made my list. It wouldn't have been like super high, but I'd probably be around the same number you are.
I just like I struggled with the order of this because I'm so excited for everything that's in my 10.
Yeah. You know what would be really interesting, though, would be at some point for us to actually look at our list and see how many of them are originals. Because I don't think I have a single original film in my list. They are all sequels, reboots.
Reboot. No, about half of mine are originals.
Okay. All right.
Everything from here on is there's some that are adapting books or whatever, but there's nothing that's a remake or a sequel to a film.
Nah, that doesn't count. That doesn't count.
Okay.
I mean, fully original.
All right. In that case, 4 of my 5 still to come.
Okay, I'm
are original.
well. That means that we have like no more crossover. My number 5 is a sequel. It is, I guess, what you would define as a Lego sequel.
Is it a zombie film?
Yes, it is 28 years later. So
Honorable
this is not on your list. Okay, yeah, right.
Honorable, yeah.
I mean, look, 28
Mainly because
days
I don't
later.
really know anything about. I mean, apart from Danny Boyle, which obviously it almost made the list on that alone.
Yeah,
but
I mean, what
there
else
was
do you need
rumours
to know
that
about
Killian
it?
was back, but now Killian's not back, so I'm kind of it's not what I thought it was going to be. So I'm sure it'll be great, and I'm looking forward to it. But
again, almost everything that's on my list from here on out is mostly from curiosity. So
Mhm.
I'm just so curious to see why Boyle decided to do this again. Literally 28 years later, like what why? So I'm curious. All I can think is he must have a good story in mind. I'm very curious to see this. So that is my
he has
number
not
5.
really
He hasn't
made.
missed. Yeah.
I can't think of a bad Danny Boyle film. He's one of the most reliable directors, even when it's something I don't love. He's still good, and this has got. I mean, this is Alex Garland's back on writing it, obviously. Aaron Taylor Johnson, Rafe Fiennes. You know,
Yep.
it's not going to be bad.
Yeah, and Garland off the back of one of the top 5 films of last year. So,
Depends on who, doesn't it? Julio might differ.
so that's my number 5. Over to you for your number 5, and we're in the top of the list.
We are. All right. This was not. I mean, this could have been my number 1. Seriously. My number 5 is Wake Up Dead Man.
I don't know what this is.
You do. It's the 3rd in the Knives Out franchise.
Oh, right. Okay.
New Ryan Johnson detective
Right.
joint.
I didn't know this was happening. So I'm guessing it's a Blanc. You know, what's his name?
Yeah. What's his name? Oh, fuck, I'm blanking.
Benoit
now.
Blanc?
Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
Daniel Craig is back. Obviously written and directed by Ryan Johnson. Kaylee Spaney, Jeremy Renner. Let me look at a list because I'm not going to remember everyone because these things are
they're
always
always a huge
Josh
cast.
Brolin again, Kerry Washington, Josh O'Connor, Andrew Scott, Glenn Close, Mila Kunis, Thomas Hayden Church, Kerry
Wow.
Francis.
I'm guessing this,
cast.
much like Glass Onion, is also this is a Netflix release. I'm guessing.
I believe so. Yes, I saw like a teaser trailer that was just a Benoit Blanc voiceover referencing the first 2 films, and
Yeah,
I
right.
think it had a Netflix logo at the end. So I'm assuming
Gotcha.
it'll be a Netflix original. But I love the first one. I love the second one.
Yeah.
If he nails this is up there as one of the greatest trilogies of all time for me. I love murder mysteries, and I
Yeah.
love Ryan Johnson. These are so much fun.
Yeah, I remember being slightly underwhelmed with the second one, but I think that's only because I loved the first one so much. And
we were like,
there's no Ana de Armas in the second one, so
I marginally prefer the second one, but it's only because I just like the aesthetic of it more. They're both phenomenal films. They're
yeah.
2 of my favorite kind of murder mysteries, and murder
Yeah.
mysteries are one of my favorite genres.
My
This is
memory is that the second one was your first episode as a regular host on this very show.
Christ, it'd be close, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
leave out the Tarsum Singness and everything.
Yeah, I think that was the first
it'd be.
regular episode. Yeah. All right.
It's
My
taking 2 years plus to come out with this, so it better be fucking good.
my number 4 is a film that I did not expect to make this list merely months ago. I was shocked at how much I loved the first one, and I am very, very curious to see Wicked for Good, which is
Really?
yeah. Again, everything from here on out is purely on curiosity. I know nothing about any of them, but I really loved the first film, and I'm curious to see if the second one holds that same kind of caliber of filmmaking and everything, and whether it, you know, finishes up that story the way I want it to. I'm really curious. So
It's going to have to deliver on the plot in spades because there are no good songs left. And for a musical, that's you're kind of coming into the starting gate with one leg. cut off at the end.
100%. But I prefer the second half of the story. So
Oh, okay. See, I don't know
and
the story.
and honestly, I didn't like most of the songs even from Act 1, and still I thought that the film was compelling. So
I find
I'm-
it astonishing that you like the film as much as you did.
yeah, honestly, I was shocked. I went into it expecting, this will be fun to slag off on the podcast. I did not see it thinking that it would be an enjoyable film to watch, and I loved almost every second of it. I saw it twice, and I never thought I would do that. So I'm so
Wow.
curious for the second part. All right, your number 4.
Crazy town. My number 4 is a Korean director. Are we crossing over with this one?
Bong Joon-ho.
Yeah.
It's an honourable mention, but it's not in my
Ooh.
list.
Oh, okay. Talking, of course, about Mickey 17,
Yeah.
which it feels like this has been coming for about 8 months.
Well, it was meant to come out last year.
Oh, there you go. That's
Yeah.
why it feels like it's been ages. Pat's playing, well, at least 17 roles, I'm assuming, from the title.
I guess, yeah.
It's sci-fi about there's clones in there, and people use clones to do dangerous jobs and things, kind of like the Flesh in Doctor Who. And Robert Pattinson plays one of these guys. and all of the subsequent clones, and there seems to be some things from the trailer where there are more than one of these clones around, and I'm assuming, being Bong Joon-ho, there'll be some commentary on society and whether these things are alive and should they have rights and all that sort of stuff. But it just looks like a lot of fun.
See, I think Bong Joon-ho
looks
is a
so much
brilliant
fun.
director. I don't know enough about it, which is why it's an honourable mention. But yeah, I'm expecting it to be very good. That's for sure.
Well, I from memory, I think I'm a bigger fan of Snowpiercer than you are. Is that correct?
I like Snowpiercer, but I mean, for me, I think I know it's a basic bitch response, but I think Parasite is his best film.
Yeah, it probably is. But I only recently rewatched Memories of Murder, which I think is
Fantastic film.
It seems stupid to say underappreciated because it's not. It's like everyone that watches it gives it 5 out of 5. But I think
not enough people have watched it. Yeah.
in the wake of Parasite, you kind of think in the Bong Joon-ho, people know Okja, they know.
Yeah, and
Parasite,
Okja's
they know
fantastic as
Snowpiercer.
well. Yeah.
Prior to that, I mean, things like The Host and Memories of Murder, I think people need to go and seek those out because if you like those other 3, go find the other shit. So yeah, I'm very excited for that.
Yeah, nice. My number 3, I'm sure, is not anywhere near your list. It's another Lego sequel, and it's curiosity that's got me because I know that the first film is just nostalgia for me. I've tried to rewatch it. I know it's not as good as my brain is telling me. I still enjoy it a lot.
No idea what this is.
It's Happy Gilmore 2.
Oh my god! Fucking hell!
Happy Gilmore is the second best Adam Sandler film of the 90s. The first is The Wedding Singer, and then you've got Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, and then you've got fucking Daylight.
Oh, look, I still love
Give me Billy Madison. Don't do it. No.
No.
Billy, you're better than that.
I know. Noosk and I actually tried to rewatch Billy Madison maybe about 6 months ago, and we couldn't get through it. We actually turned it off about 10 minutes in because it was...
You know what's the only one that I will accept being in a
The
very
Waterboy.
distant third? No. Fucking H2! Fuck off. No. Deeds. Deeds is the only one that I will accept.
I'm a massive fan of Bulletproof.
Winona Ryder elevates that. and fucking who is it? Who's his butler?
The butler? Yeah, I forget his name.
He's sneaky.
Yeah,
fucking hell.
yeah.
Oh my god, that's going to drive me insane.
I'm a big fan of Bulletproof with him and Damon Wayans. Look, I'm an unapologetic Sandler fan, and I still think that Happy Gilmore is a good film, even though I know that it's not. I know it's my nostalgia talking.
Look, I tell you, it's that and The Wedding Singer. I laughed more in the theater than in most films that decade.
Oh, yeah. The Wedding Singer was hilarious.
Again, Wedding Singer's still good.
Yes.
Happy Gilmore annoys the shit out of me. Maybe I'm older now. I'm looking at it going, I'm with Shooter McGavin. Get off the fucking golf course, you hick. You don't fucking belong there. You're sullying the classiness of the establishment with your bullshit ill education.
Yeah. No, so I'm, Happy Gilmore 2, that's my number 3. So over to you for your number 3, and I'll tell you that the rest of my list is going to be quick because all of mine are crossovers from here on out.
Number 3, Jesus Christ.
So there's going to be a lot of you talking in the next 20 minutes.
There's a lot of you being educated on things that should have been on your list. My number 3 is Death of a Unicorn.
Yes. Honourable mention for me, yeah.
Oh, cool. You seen the trailer?
I have not seen a trailer, no. It came up today when you sent me the articles about what was coming out this year.
It's just one where I would say you need to watch the trailer because you will regret not having it on your list. I am so excited for this. It's a writer-director, Alex Schaffman. I think it's the first time writer-director.
But sadly, you've got Jenna Ortega in it, which is not great, which is why it goes down to an honourable mention for me instead of being on my list.
Why are we friends? You're a terrible human being. Jenna Ortega, Taya Leone, Will Poulter, Paul Rudd, Richard E. Grant, Anthony Carrigan.
Stacked cast.
Amazing cast. The trailer is so funny.
It's a comedy.
It's a horror comedy. It looks like a gory horror comedy, but it's a horror comedy. You need to watch this trailer straight after we close the record. I'm going to make you do it. before we record the next episode we're recording tonight, because I need to know that you are excited about this film.
I won't do that, but I will watch it when we're done recording, and I'll send you my thoughts.
No, unacceptable. The balance of horror and comedy, unless it is made by the world's best trailer maker, is so on point. This reminded, I can't remember being this excited for a horror comedy since Cocaine Bear, which I think also nailed that balance. The cast look, the chemistry that they have together. I mean, Taylor Leone, fuck, why is she not in more shit? She is so good.
Yeah.
Her kind of deadpan delivery paired with Richard E. Grant's kind of over the top manicness, and they appear to play the parents of the whole thing. And then you've got Will Poulter and Jenna Ortega. Paul Rudd, I think, is Jenna Ortega's dad, maybe.
Yeah, right.
And yeah, they're driving along and they kind of hit a unicorn in their car, and things go from there. You need to watch this trailer.
Ridley? Are you okay?
It kind of felt like it was showing me something. I get this feeling I don't think we're supposed to be here.
The Leopolds donated this entire nature preserve. And they care about a lot of things, not just pharmaceuticals.
Fine. I will sit there and smile.
Sorry, we're late.
What happened? You walked from the airport or what?
It's perfect timing.
I need you to act like everything is fine.
Is there something in your car?
A lot of species in this area are rare. What exactly are we saying this is, though?
I think we know exactly what it is.
A horse-like mammalia.
With some sort of protrusion or growth.
It's a fucking unicorn.
I don't think I should be in swim shorts for this moment.
I don't think that we're supposed to have this.
We need to study it.
Whatever it is, it seems to be the cure for cancer.
Cancer? That's the biggest one.
An opportunity for greatness, for immortality. I've never been so alive.
Dad, please just listen to me. We need to give the little one back. Okay, bad things will happen.
There are two of them?
They're gonna kill us.
I'll do whatever I have to take care of you. You'd retreat in the face of opportunity.
That horn was rather girthsome.
Picking up good vibrations.
Here's hoping we kill Bigfoot on the way home, huh?
Okay, all right. Well, we're going to go straight back to you because my number 2 is Del Toro's Frankenstein.
Ah, good call. That belongs there.
I'm so curious. I love Del Toro and I love that story, and
and you're a massive fan of Dame Mia Goth, as you should be.
All right, so your number 2 then.
My number 2, can't believe it's not on your list. I mean, when you say Scott Derrickson, great horror director.
Yeah.
Miles Teller, Whiplash, come on. Anya Taylor-Joy, greatest living actress of all time.
I don't think this came up in my research thing because I don't even know what you're talking about.
I am speaking of The Gorge.
This, I did not, I've never heard those words before. Apart from in The Simpsons, when Homer tries to jump the Springfield Gorge.
Well, maybe if you were courteous enough to look at the things that I post on the Facebook community, link in the show notes. Okay, so 2 highly trained operatives, Miles Teller being the American, Anya Taylor-Joy being the Russian, become close after they are posted to opposite sides of this mysterious gorge.
Okay.
Which in the gorge is the gateway to hell. And their assignment is to stop shit coming out of it.
Buffy style.
Kind of, except it's this massive gorge with mist in it and monsters and shit come out, and they
Yeah,
are
right.
military, like people with sniper rifles and shit, and they need to stop shit coming out. And meanwhile, they're like interacting through binoculars, kind of like what's that Jude Law sniper movie where they're like writing each other messages on whiteboards through binoculars,
Right.
and playing games of chess with one another and start forming a romantic bond. And then seemingly he falls in or gets grabbed and taken in, and she needs to go into the gorge to get him out. The thing looks fucking insane.
So is there a trailer already? Like, when does this come
yeah.
out?
I put the trailer in the listener community. That
Oh,
you're
okay.
visiting.
Yeah.
No, there is a trailer. This thing is. Did I write down a release date? This is like a month away. This is one of the ones
Oh,
that's
right.
not too far off.
Is this a cinematic release?
Oh God, yeah, you would think so. Scott Derrickson.
Yeah,
and Tony
okay.
tell you that. It's big budget. Big. There's going to be like giant CG monsters and shit.
Nice.
But they play chess. Anya Taylor-Joy is playing chess again, my friend. It's Queen's Gambit meets, what was that Matt Damon thing with the Great Wall of China with all the monsters?
I have no clue what you're referencing there.
Matt Damon and who was the other dude?
Damon.
Matt Damon in like an Ang Lee epic
Yeah, right.
historical thing, but
Yeah.
the Great Wall of
Oh,
China
look,
was
it's
built to keep
it
monsters at
sounds
bay.
sick. If it had come up in my research, it may have made my list, but
Oh,
it hasn't.
can't
And
believe
we're
you need to watch 2 trailers before we record our next episode.
well, probably another.
I have new orders that require me to go dark for at least a year, maybe more. A special assignment in an undisclosed location.
As an elite sniper, are you presently under any private or military contract?
No, there's not a lot of reasons for me right now.
What if I gave you a reason?
There she is. West Tower Observation Post. Your home for the next 365 days. There is no outside communication here.
What's that on the other side?
That is East Tower. Contact with the other side is strictly forbidden.
So what's the mission? To keep people from going in the gorge?
No. You need to stop what's in the gorge from coming out.
What the hell is that?
The gorge is the door to hell. And we're standing guard at the gate.
What's the truth about this place? What's the truth about the gorge?
This place is evil.
We're straight back to you for your number one, because mine is Avatar Fire and Ash, which I'm just, again, it's curiosity that's got it here to number one. I'm not expecting to love it. I haven't loved either of the previous two. I liked the second one, but I am just so curious, which is what's got it here.
My number one, and look, I can only assume it just didn't come up when you were looking. This is the most exciting Stephen King adaptation because it's directed by Oz Perkins.
Right.
recently
Okay.
gave us
Yeah.
Long Legs, with Theo James and Elijah Wood.
Oh shit.
Tatiana Maslany, who any Orphan Black fans will be already in love with. I'm not sure there's anyone of note else in the cast, but this trailer, oh my God, I am so excited. It's got all the weirdness and Osgood Perkinsness of Long Legs and Hansel and Gretel and Hansel and all that. But it looks real. It's got the humor of like Ready or Not.
So what's it an adaptation of? You haven't said the title yet.
It's called The Monkey.
Okay.
It's a Stephen King short story. It's this haunted, like clappy monkey doll.
Yeah. Classic.
That I haven't read the short story, but from the trailer, it appears to make people kill each other in truly fucked up ways.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's literally the vibe of the trailer is Ready or Not meets Long Legs. I saw it and I went, oh my God, I didn't even know this was coming. This is my number one.
Yeah. Ready or Not was, from memory, like it was in my top 5 of the year that came out. I loved that movie. Oh, man.
Everything okay up there?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Oh, that's odd. I don't remember locking this.
You wouldn't happen to remember if my aunt had a wind-up toy monkey at the yard sale?
Oh, not a cherished childhood memory now, was it?
No! The coroner said it was an accident, but it was no accident. It was a monkey. When I was a kid, my twin brother and I found something that loved to kill. I did everything I could to make it go the fuck away. But it had other plans. Hello, brother. Bill. The monkey that likes killing our family. It's back. It must be vanquished.
Why don't you vanquish it, huh, Bill?
Wait! We have been chosen to witness its power over life and death in its most devious ways.
The toy monkey? It's evil. It's basically the devil.
Everybody dies. And that's life.
Oh, fuck.
Okay. I'm keen. I'm in.
So there you go. 3 trailers.
All right.
The
So
Monkey, The Gorge, and what was the other one you've got to watch?
So how soon does The Monkey come out?
I think it's not too far off. I think it might be February something. The Monkey release date. I did write down release dates for these. I don't know why they're not. Oh, wait on, because I shortlisted to a different page. Hang on. I got you. I got you, boo. I got you. The Monkey, 21st of February.
Nice. I'm keen.
The Gorge is an Apple Plus, so
Okay.
you don't even need to fucking pay for it. 28th of February.
Nice.
And what was the other one? Oh, Unicorn. Where's... all right, Death of a Unicorn. I didn't write down a release date. Play that
Nice.
shit by ear.
All my honourable mentions have been mentioned already. Do you have any that you very quickly want to rip off?
Oh, fuck yeah. Mainly because I feel you don't know they're coming. The Companion with, is it Sophie Turner from Heretic? The good one, not the boring girl that
Not
lives.
Sophie Turner. From memory, Sophie Turner is the chick from Game of Thrones. The redhead, Sansa Stark.
Fuck, it is. Yeah, she's horrible. We hate her. Sophie fucking Baxter Thatcher.
No, Baxter, you're thinking of Murder on the Dance Floor, my friend.
Sophie Thatcher.
Okay.
And other people. No, and Jack Quaid.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like Jack Quaid a lot. Yeah.
In Companion. Another one that's worth checking out. The trailer for that doesn't give anything away. It just kind of gives you a vibe. Jack Quaid, 100% the bad guy of it, and he is doing horrible shit to Sophie Thatcher.
Yeah, nice.
But it looks really good. Tron Ares.
I did see that pop up, and I'm very curious.
But I loved Tron Legacy. I thought it was a great, apart from the horrible CG on young young Jeff Bridges.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great movie, so I'm very keen for that.
Yeah.
Electric State. Look, I'm not super excited, but the Russo brothers, giant CG bombastic thing, Millie Bobby Brown, Woody Harrelson, I'm sure it will be fun.
Yeah.
Last Mission Impossible. Another Jack Quaid film called Novocaine.
Oh yeah, that very nearly. To be honest, I should have written that down as an honorable mention. I did read about that today, and I was like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. Yeah,
it gave me kind of Guns Akimbo vibe.
Yeah.
He's got some condition where he can't feel pain, and so Kick-Ass meets Guns Akimbo kind of.
Yeah.
Mithrigan 2.0.
Yep.
Keen for that. There's a sequel to A Simple Favor coming, which I didn't know about.
Really?
Yep.
I rewatched that recently, and I liked it more than I remembered. It's a decent film, yeah.
Yeah, Paul Feig is underrated as a director. I really like his films, and apparently concerns the two of them, Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick, are on holiday in the fucking Côte d'Azur or somewhere, and Henry Golding comes back. I don't know how, but
interesting.
I'm sure that will be good. Fantastic Four and Superman are the two superhero films I'm actually interested in, but I'm not nearly enough to have them in my top 10. One which was very close though is the next Predator film, which is...
Oh, I didn't know there's another one coming.
Yeah,
is it the same director as Prey?
Yep.
Yeah, okay,
Danny again. No info on setting, but it's called Predator Bloodlines, and it's coming out this year. So
here's where I think that might fall down. I mean, I know nothing about it.
Hellraiser Bloodlines, which sucked ass.
I know nothing about it. I don't know what it's going to be, but I think that is going to be a failure of expectations, because especially after Prey, which was awesome, everyone on the internet has come out being like, oh yeah, give us a Predator in feudal Japan, give us a Predator here, give us a Predator here. We don't know what this is, right? No. This might just be a regular Predator movie.
It's an honorable mention because I have a huge amount of faith in Danny Trachtenberg.
Yeah.
I love 10 Cloverfield Lane. I love Prey. I think
Same. Yeah.
I don't think he will put his name to shit.
Yeah.
So we'll see. The final one, and I can only assume it's not on your list, not your number one, because you don't know about it. Apparently in 2025, we are getting a Trey Parker, Matt Stone, Kendrick Lamar musical.
Oh, I didn't know that was coming out this year. I knew that they were working on something together,
but
I didn't know that was
in a list.
Right.
Apparently, it's coming out this year.
Yeah, I knew they'd been working on something. I didn't know that was happening so soon.
Yeah, so I don't know anything about it other than that it's an original musical. He's directing. They're both involved. The writer is, what's her name? The chick who produces most of South Park and has written some stuff for them. Yeah. So it's kind of, it's definitely out of their camp.
Yeah, right.
But other than that, I won't be surprised if it slips or gets pushed, because there's not really anything that's been announced. But, certainly worth keeping an eye out for. Honourable mention stylies.
Nice. Well, thank you for joining us here at We Watch a Thing. That is our top 10 most anticipated films of 2025. Next week, we will be chatting our most anticipated TV series of 2025.
Yeah, even more difficult than this discussion. It's the golden age of TV.
It is, right? And I'm curious to see how many kind of new shows we have versus returning shows. I've got a bit of a mix of both, but honestly, unlike my movies list, it's mostly brand new shows. So, yeah, so I'm really curious to see what happens there. But thank you for joining us here. If you want to get in touch with us, you can do that at pottymouthradio.com or pottymouthradio@gmail.com. Go join the Facebook listener community. And, we'll catch you next week with our anticipated
Keep
TV
an eye
shows.
on the Facebook listener community. I might pop up all the trailers to our most anticipated over the next few
Yeah,
days.
good idea. Nice.
For funsies.
Nice. All right, we'll catch you next week.
See ya.